we go. All right, now we're official. Now.
Okay.
What's going on, everybody? It's Frankie SLAWSON, and we are here with Screaming Sam, and he's over here or somewhere there. On my screen, he's over here. But anyway, it's our 5th episode of Renegade Radio, and I gotta say, after last week's episode, I mean, I know we've already talked about it, privately or whatever, but I want to spread the message around to all the viewers, because the viewers, I'm sure enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed the job that you did as an interviewer for somebody who didn't know the person that we were talking to. I knew who he was, but you didn't know who he was. He could be a serial killer for all you know, but you did very well. I mean, you're a natural talent, man. I tell you.
Well, between both of us, we've got to have a good 30 years of entertainment under our belt.
I would think so. I know we probably don't look from the looks of it. We don't look like entertaining people, but give it a little time. We'll crack you up, and everybody has a crack in them anyway. At the end of the day, so.
Right.
But yeah, so I just wanted to set the record straight, and just that Sam. I let Sam do the interview because I wanted to test him. It was more like a test to see if he still had it. Like after 20 years or so, however long it's been since you had your own show to do where you're the main guy, the big guy, asking all the questions and everything, you still got it. So it's like you did. It's like you took a little break and then you came back.
Well, I guess we'll do it without Dean. I guess. Do you think I shaved or no?
Well, I think you did. I mean, you look different, and not just because you say you lost some weight. I just think you look.
Let me pull it off. Don't look. I'm going to go over
here. See what happens. Oh, Jesus. I think I saw a hint to it, and I think I'm wrong a little bit. Oh,
a little better.
Okay. Well, okay. You look a little bit younger too now that you don't look like Santa Claus anymore. Just like a modern day Santa Claus, just like a hipper Santa Claus. Okay.
We have a great show tonight. A great show.
Oh, absolutely. We should have done that in sync more or less.
Funny we get Waterboy on again. He must have lost his touch.
Well, I sent him the same thing I sent you. So hopefully everybody that sends the passcode and all the information that you need. So if they can't figure it out, then whatever, I guess. But as long as your buddy, the important thing is as long as your buddy, your guest can figure it out, then we're going for it today.
Well, I think he will, because he does a lot of TV stuff, so
does a lot of Zoom interviews, I suppose, here or there.
Well, I guess because he does a character, like he does a Batman character. He's like pretty funny. He does the vibes of the day. He always tags my Facebook page with that.
Okay.
There's a lot of people are like, is that you or it ain't you? You know what I mean? Because John Lutz.
Sure. Yeah.
But the real question, who's the real John Lutz is what I want to know.
Well, you should make a shirt that says "I got Deeze Lutz" instead of Deeze Nuts. Whatever that means, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not too often. Yeah. It's not too often to meet somebody that has the last name that rhymes with nuts. So
Right. My one neighbor used to call me Lutz's Nuts.
Yeah.
Because I used to get drunk and drive my truck up the wall because I had a big 4-wheel drive.
Either
through the hedges or up the wall, and then he knocked on my door and he goes, Lutz is nuts, and then he leave. I'm like, what the fuck?
What a schmuck, that's funny. Well,
what did you have fun exciting this week?
Well, I was going to talk about what I released earlier today, just to get people kind of, whoever was wondering about why all of a sudden did I release a random video or whatever, or document. Well, it's kind of supposed to be like a documentary, but
right.
I'll explain the story since we got some time. A long time ago, about 10 years ago, when I lived in South Dakota, as I told you, I lived with a guy named Reb. His name was Reb, but his real name was Ben Hur. That's not to be too biblical, but that actually was his last name, Hur, Herr.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ben was his first name, but he liked to be called Reb because he looked like an old Reb, like a rebel biker guy or whatever. So if you watch the documentary, which I know you did, you saw what he looked like anyway. So you kind of get that vibe anyway. Well, he was one of those guys that, I mean, when we met, you know where we met? We met at the Pilot truck stop in Rapid City, South Dakota, because we
No
were both
way.
working there. Yeah, we were both working there at the time. I
No
mean,
way. That's
kind
funny.
of a funny situation because I was looking for work at the time, and of course in South Dakota there's lots of jobs, but what job do you really want to do? You know, there's lots of options, but what is it that you really want to do? And will you
Right.
achieve that goal someday? Well, my goal was to get a broadcasting gig, and it happened eventually. But in this time, in the early days of when I first started, about 10 years ago, when I lived there, I had a few jobs that led me to the job at Pilot, where I worked at Subway, and that was and he was like the maintenance guy. So
No way.
we didn't know each other from Adam in the beginning, but then after a while, when I talked about doing radio at the local college, because I did volunteer some time to do stuff at what was it, K Tech radio at the school of mines in Rapid City, the really famous school that people have gone to before, that in South Dakota, and it's a nice college, but their radio station was lacking a lot of fun talent and everything, and lacking a lot of other things. They kind of just gave up on it. They were about ready to give up on it permanently, but they used to be a popular station back in the day. So he got to hear about me being a radio DJ, and he said that that's something that he wanted to do, because he used to do it back in the day too, I guess. And again, as I said last week, I didn't know what his intentions were. When he was with me and we did it, when we volunteered time at the college, he was a whole different person than he became later when we had our own station at his house that I helped create. Once I created the station at his house, then he didn't want to go to K-Tech anymore. He thought that's completely worthless and waste of time, because why do we need to go there when we have our own station? I continue to still go there anyway because I was loyal to that station as well, because they gave me a chance as a volunteer. So I didn't, I didn't get paid or anything, but I got my name out there a little bit more because of the people that live in South Dakota that used to listen to it over there. Well, long story short, eventually, after about a few months later or whatever, we become really good friends, and he lets me stay with him, like move in with him. Like I was there with some other relatives, and I had a little place in an apartment, but I was getting charged too much money for rent. And he said, "I'm not going to charge you much for rent. You can come stay with me. I got a house. I got all the room you could need, like a 5-bedroom house. No problem. 2-story house but 5-bedroom. It's like a ranch style house, so it kind of felt like you were like out in Arizona when you were living there. But it was nice. It was all right. And so we eventually created a station and everything. And through that time, in 2015, a couple of years later, I got the idea. I said, we should do like some type of documentary or something. We should, because we both we like to film. We both like to do radio. We like to be in the media and everything. We should do something to help get your guys known more, and maybe find some new members or whatever, and just see what happens. So It took a whole summer to do it, but we did it. It wasn't really. It was supposed to be a lot longer than it came out to be, and we had more ideas than what it ended up being. But at the end of the day, I thought it turned out okay, and it's low quality. But the coolest thing about it that I thought that was the greatest thing. I don't know if you ever heard of these guys, but they're called the Sam Morrison Band. They do like a Bob Seger tribute. You heard of them before?
Yeah, I heard them.
Okay.
When I saw the band, I recognized the name.
Oh, okay. Did they ever play in your area at all? I'm sure they probably have.
They might have. I don't know, but I just heard that name before.
But you knew like that they did like a Bob Seger tribute, kind of like too.
I think so. I'm not sure. It was a long time ago, I think.
Okay. Well, Sam.
I didn't hear that.
Sam and I and Reb became friends in early 2015 because we did an interview with him. We heard their music on Spotify and all that. We're curious and whatever, so we had them on our show. And then eventually they were coming up to Deadwood to do a show, and I got pictures of the event that we went to, and they hooked us up. We didn't have to pay for tickets or whatever. They hooked us up, and we got to do an actual nice interview in their tour bus, and that's also on YouTube as well. And I think it might be on Facebook, my Facebook page. But anyway, he was the one that gave us permission to use his music. He even did a couple of original numbers in our documentary. Didn't charge anything, just helped him get a little exposure, helped us get a little exposure too. We didn't get much, because their group was kind of. I mean, the whole purpose of was we were trying to say a lot at the time. The big show was Sons of Anarchy, and I'm sure you remember that show pretty well. Did
I
you ever
never
watch?
watched it, but I knew
Oh,
about
okay.
it. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people thought that a lot of modern day bikers of today were like Sons of Anarchy. That's why people were kind of scared to. They don't understand how the bike culture works. They think everybody's like Hell's Angels and stuff like that. They think they're all like, just doing wrong things and a bunch of literally rebels everywhere. Not saying that none of his guys had a story, because they all have their own story, of why they want to become a biker and everything, and their checkered past that they've all had. But when they were together, their group was about helping people, helping with child abuse, helping with doing fundraisers and programs and whatever. It wasn't about drugs or just getting fucked up or whatever, and beating somebody up. I mean, they probably have had to do that a couple. In fact, I was with them a couple times when they had to do that, and it was a kind of a. I didn't really know how to really react to that, because he considered me kind of an initiate, even though I was never a biker. I was never somebody that I was a full member or whatever. But because we were doing the radio thing and he wanted to take care of me, because of being involved and being the president of that chapter, that he was going to look out for me because I looked out for him. So he brought me along with some of these issues and stuff I can't even talk about because I just don't even want to talk about it. But at the end of the day, there was more positive than there was negative. I got to know pretty much all the guys when they were coming during the rally, and he let everybody stay at their house. Sometimes he let a little too many people stay at his house, and they just take advantage of him. But it was fun. It was definitely an adventure, and I wish I could go back to those days and probably either redo them or do them better. Knowing with what I know now.
Right.
So.
Yeah, you have more experience now. If you did it now, it'll be different.
I mean, I was scared in the beginning when I first joined it, or when I first moved in, because he had a biker guy that lived with him who was a complete a-hole. Wouldn't give me a chance, wouldn't give me the time of day. Like, thought I was just using him and everything because I didn't have a job at the time. I would go from job to job to job. And I told him what I was good at and what I wanted to do. But he was like, it doesn't matter. You need a fucking job right now. There's lots of places to work. You're just a fucking lazy piece of shit, whatever. And I'm just like, wow, this guy just really is living the badass life of a biker or whatever, with all his, with the way he was treating me anyway. And then eventually Rev kicked him out and everything. And then, they didn't want to be a member no more. And it was just a whole bunch of bullshit or whatever. But other than that, that was the only time I really felt unsafe. I felt pretty safe around Reb most of the time because he was a pretty cool guy at the end of the day. It's just that, his mind got a little forgetful sometimes, and he just kind of old age and everything and all the shit that he had to go through with losing majority of his whole family to cancer. And I'm just like, yeah, and then some friends too, to other things. And just like, I don't know. Right. It's crazy that, I wish you talked to me again. That's one thing we haven't talked to each other since 2018, and it's kind of drives me up the wall a little bit because, I always thought I did well with him, and maybe I should have left South Dakota when I did, but I just gave up on it because there was nothing for me over there. I wanted to be a radio guy. I wanted to be in the entertainment business. I didn't want to work at Perkins. I didn't want to work at Marco's Pizza anymore. I didn't want to do the things that kids should be doing. I want to do something adults should be doing. And so that's why I always call myself kind of a waste of talents. And because I can't seem to, other than doing this stuff with you and a few other good times that I've had with moments on my own, I always seem to have to do everything myself in order to get my name out there. So that's a long story.
Send me a link for that John Lutz dude.
Okay.
Send it to my John Lutz one.
Sure.
Yeah, because I forgot the Sam one I'm using that phone on for the taping.
Oh, so you got extra, you got two phones that going on, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
One for the money, one for the honey.
And two for the show.
But obviously my brother Mad Dog can't make it on. He can't figure it out. Dean can't get in. I don't know what to say with these guys.
Well, I'm giving the same link as I gave you, so I don't know. You figure WATERBOY you figure Waterboy was fine because he was, he was able to get on before, so I don't know. Don't know what
Right.
the deal is. Just still like has Vegas in his mind, maybe or something. I don't know.
I can't
Anyway.
wait. What am I doing here?
Well, I sent you the second one. You want me to just send you the first one? This one has the that one has like the passcodes and everything so that like you can so they'll give you the passcode and the actual
But all he has to really do is zinc the top link, right?
that should be. I don't know what else to tell him. I mean, it
Yeah, I
shouldn't be
don't either,
that.
man. I don't know.
I love people that are computer illiterate that can't that have cell phones and stuff but don't know what the
I
fuck to
do
do.
I don't know nothing about computers. I do it.
Yeah, but you seem to be pretty educated though. You learned a little bit. You take the time to learn. Even if you had to learn on your own, or if somebody showed you how to do stuff or whatever. But
Right.
you seem like you're trustworthy when it comes to that sort of thing. I just wish that other people. And I'm not trying to bash anybody. I mean, your brother's
I know.
great. Waterboy is great. Everybody's great. I deal with that too sometimes with people that I know that will ask me about technology and stuff, and I figured they
Right.
should know about it, but. And then when I did want to teach them, they didn't want to learn about it until they're ready, until they're more interested, until something like
Right.
breaks down or whatever. So cheers to
Right.
that, I guess.
Unbelievable. But anyway, the guest we're going to have coming on, I've known this guy. I have to ask him when he comes on how long we've known each other, but we were back at MySpace. Remember MySpace when it was popular?
Oh
That's
yeah.
when I met him. You know what I mean? And I'm like, to meet a guy, my brother wants to know what's the meeting ID number. Jesus.
It should say it right on the deal there, right on what I told you. Here, I'll spell it out for him here.
Okay, listen, Tony.
There should be a passcode, and the passcode should be 1511603. And that is the passcode. And that's all it's giving me. They might ask you your name and everything, but that after that it should let you in. There's no reason why you should be having this much trouble.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're talking about your guests.
Yeah, John. His name's John Lutz, which I thought was funny. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You have a comedian,
Yeah.
the same name as you. You know.
Yeah.
He's a really cool dude. Did you send him a code? I sent him a code, I think. Yeah. So let's see. Is he on yet?
Nope. Not. It'll tell me when he's on, and you'll be able to see him too.
Let me see if I can.
Because I'm not friends with him at all, so I don't.
You could add him on as a friend.
Sure. But I mean, like you have more of a connection with him than I do, so that's why I was letting you just copy and paste what I sent you, and then
Right. I hit the top link and it brings me in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're not having no issues with it.
Right.
Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. See if I can figure something out here.
I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of gets a little crazy sometimes. I understand. I totally get you. Oh, okay. Here we go. Somebody's coming in. Somebody's coming in. That's not somebody on a Samsung anywhere.
I said,
Oh, there it is.
whoever's coming in must be brilliant because they follow the directions. The top link you hit on and you'll be in the setting. And it'll walk you through it.
As long as it connects to his audio, then he should be okay here. I
You
see him
shouldn't need no
already.
ID number. It's already in it. The ID number should be already in it. The link.
Hey, what's going on, man?
How's it going?
Hey, John Lutz.
Yeah, John Lutz. How you doing, John Lutz?
It's like a doppelganger here.
That's very interesting. See, he uses John Lutz. I use John Lutz. All right.
Uh-huh.
Now we both hate the name Lutz because there's 3 different ways to say our name. Am I right, John?
Exactly. You absolutely right, man. There's
Now,
no
when you go to
O in
Florida-
Lutz at all.
But if you go to Florida, That's Lutz. That town is called Lutz. They don't want to
They
hear.
got it wrong. They got it
Yeah.
wrong. Florida doesn't know what they're doing. Look, they can't even put the votes out right.
I tried telling them that. John, let me tell you something. A little. I think I already told you guys, but we known each other since MySpace.
Yeah, that's been a while.
It's been a while since, but we never hooked up yet. We never, because you were
No,
supposed to come to
no.
my bar because you're a little closer to the bar.
Your
than you are
brother's
in
the one that
Florida.
hooked us up originally. Your brother Tony, he's the one that he's the one that reached out to me first, and through him I contacted you. And
That's right.
Yeah.
Because my brother, anyone that got a Lutz name, and he hooks up with them. He loves that name.
I was always told, we're all related, just trying to figure out where we are related.
Where we
So,
are
Sure.
related. That's right. Now, John does a Batman guy, which I hope you brought the mask.
I got one handy somewhere here. If you give me a second, I can go grab it.
And he does the positive vibes of the day, which he always, if people wonder who John Lutz is, it tags me in the positive vibes of the day. That's him right there. That's John Lutz.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, nice to
He's
meet
the
you,
real
sir.
John Lutz. I don't think
There
he's
you
the
go.
real John Lutz. How old are you, John?
Just turned 56 about a week or so ago.
Did you really? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I got you beat. So I own the real John. I'm the real John Lutz. I'm 65.
I'm only 39 for
I
another
didn't
2
know
weeks.
by age.
Tell us what you do, John. Tell us what you've been doing lately, because I see a lot of activity going on with the movies and
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely. I've got probably about 4 films in the works. The Drug Runner film, which has been shooting for a while, is still like on standstill at the moment. So it's a little bit of everything, and in between, I'm still trying to work on some new routines for comedy. I'm thinking about getting back into it.
Right.
Just trying to get my chops back out on the stage. It's
How long has it been?
between
How long has
that.
it been?
Well, I started
How
at
long?
99, and I haven't done stand up in probably about like maybe 6 years or more.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's been a while. It's just it's something I enjoy doing. As you've done. I'm sure that at times you really didn't care if you got paid for it. It's just something you like to do. It's
Right.
in your heart.
I turned down a lot of money, man.
Between
Trust me.
that, raising the grandkids. Spread it around.
They keep it busy, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sean, you have some questions for John?
I'm just flabbergasted that there's 2 John Lutz. I tell you, just like a doppelganger here. I was telling Sam here that you should get a shirt that says Deeze Lutz. So Deeze Nuts. I don't know. My cheap humor. Probably not as funny as nuts, but whatever.
Yeah, Deeze, Lutz.
Yeah. Question mark. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm just kind of curious okay, so you guys met through John's brother Ansley, who we've yet to have on the show, but we will hopefully eventually, because one day he'll figure out technology, I'm sure. His brother. We love people that can't
He's
figure out
still using the
technology.
rotary.
Yeah. The dial-up modem and whatever.
I know, we've been dying for him to come on the show.
Yeah, because I mean, anytime a comedian comes on, man, I tell you, it's always interesting, especially as somebody I've never seen before. Guy tests you out and see how funny you are. What were some of your jokes that you used to say that that you remember from your stand-up days?
Mine?
Yes.
They got a little raunchy.
That's okay. That's fine. You come to the right place.
Yeah, the one I talked about was banging a midget, and that was one of the ones I either opened with or closed with, where it's because I lived at one time in a townhouse and you could hear everything that's going on, so brought her home from the bar and try to get into it. So instead of you got to get down on all fours with her, just. And then because she's so little, you're pushing her across the floor on her knees. So I figured there's got to be a way to like stabilize her. I can't put the little stop rug things down on the floor for her. So stuck her in a dresser drawer. Things that was like perfect level. Just like, nah, not the top one. The middle drawer,
Yeah.
over. Wang, wang, wang. Slam kneecaps in the drawer. Oh my gosh, screaming bloody murder. The neighbors, they're like, oh man, you must have had a great time last night. Like, almost had to rush to the hospital.
Oh,
So,
wow. Well, I think you're pretty funny. You're initiated.
Let me tell you
and that
what,
was
man, that fucking
that was the
joke's a
clean version
genius.
of it.
Oh, well, let's hear the raunchy version. Come on now, man. Billy was
No,
hanging.
no, I'm not going to go there. I've got kids in the other room. I don't want to have that going on.
Hey, that's a genius joke right there, man. I like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's some true tendencies in there somewhere. I'm not going to tell you what.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
So-
Hey, that's better than
But
nothing.
you always
I'll
you always
take it.
draw when you're on stage. You draw off of what you know and draw off personal experiences, and that's what helps get you going.
Yeah, I
Just
suppose
being
it's
yeah,
like
exactly.
it's basically just like telling your story about things that you see in life or whatever that's funny to you or whatever.
Yeah.
Telling a
the
story.
best way to do it is just basically you're exposing yourself and who you are. I'm wrong. You ad lib here and there to make things a little bit more funnier. But for the most part, draw off of what you know.
Plus,
I mean,
John's a biker. John Lutz is a biker too.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
That's why I thought you did you do a lot of biker stuff on stage, don't you?
I
Or
do.
no?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
we do a lot of stuff. The organization I belong to, and I don't really want to mention that because
Yeah, I understand.
I don't know how far they want to go with it, so I'm not going to mention that. But they do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of stuff personally too. Actually, one of the last films I was in, I was playing a biker in that as well. So that was pretty cool that I could just go out and be myself. Just like, hey, look, we just need a biker to do this role. It was great, and I had fun doing it. And through that role, I'll probably end up with another 3 or 4 more roles from the same producer. So that's great.
Oh, that's real good.
That's
Yeah.
really good. So
Yeah,
a lot of
Well, we
independent
promised anyway. You know how
a lot of independent stuff that you do, I suppose, then, or anything that anybody would really recognize at all?
Absolutely. I've got I've done a lot of independent stuff, and I'm still doing independent stuff. I've worked with Paramount Plus. I've worked with Lionsgate as well. So there's I do have other things. It's just I'm still waiting for the one film to drop, and the other one I'm still waiting for credit for, which is through Paramount Plus. So
Sure.
we'll see.
I'm a big movie guy. I'm a collector of physical media. I'm a big collector of physical media, and I don't know. What do you think about what's going on in Hollywood about all this striking and stuff, and the future of AI and all that shit? What do you think?
I think they're hitting the nail on the head with the AI because artificial intelligence is going to take, and you can see it in The Irishman, the movie with De Niro and everything. They digitized his whole face to make him look younger, and basically they don't even need you anymore. They could just digitize everything from here on out, and that's going to take the money out of actors' pockets. It's hard enough in this actors world to get paid for films. That's why most of your A-listers will still have something on the side, because even though they got the big film, another film isn't backing right behind it. So you get your one lump sum and you're waiting for the next film to drop. And when you're in the union, you're only allowed to do so many. And there's pros and cons with everything. I can't really go too much into it because I don't really belong to the union, but I do know a lot of people that are in it. Some are happy with it, some aren't. So I feel for it, and I still think that they need to hit the nail on the head with. They need to get the pay. Say it again.
Do you think that we need another Tom Hanks film in like 100 years from now, but he just looks young and everything?
They might do that. It's crazy that that's possible. You see what they did with Elvis.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
did. Yeah,
I lost him for a
We
second.
know it. John Kennedy won't be dead.
Yeah. Buddy Holly's
I
still
don't think he
alive.
is
I
dead.
was just gonna say
Sam Kinnison's doing a show tonight. No.
yeah, you go. See.
Yeah,
Well, I guess that's a positive that nobody dies.
Come back and do John's bit.
Yeah.
Well, see, Sam Kinnison's going to come back and he's going to do John's bits on stage.
Sure, there you go.
You
Yeah.
guys can switch roles.
Hey,
That's funny.
I got a positive vibe for today. If you go to work and your boss treats you like an asshole, punch him in the face and quit. Be a man. My vibe of the day. You have one, John?
What the fuck?
Yeah, that'll work in some places.
He'll be using that tomorrow.
If you're gonna quit, do it right.
Yeah. Just kick him with the
Yeah,
kick him in the Lutz, sir. Kick him right in the Lutz, sir. That's what you gotta do.
The day jobs, they do pay the bills. So even though I do what I do, I still have to go to work, pay the bills, man. It's crazy.
I just, I'd like to see the people talk tomorrow and say, man, that one John Lutz was an asshole and the other one was pretty
Guys
funny.
are
I'm
cutting
thinking,
in and out.
we'll be like, huh?
What
Oh,
kind
now
of
you're starting to sound like Dr. Doom here.
yeah, we're kind of in and out because I think it's his connection there. So we
Who, mine?
lost his no his connection, his phone, not ours.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you must have some
there you
internet
go.
connection issues. This is the first time we've had connection issues.
Well, that John
Yeah,
Lutz got a
right.
cheaper phone.
Oh, I don't know. Yes,
We can
that's
send
not
a man
cheap.
to the moon, but we sure can't get this right.
Yeah. So when you do your roles and stuff, I mean, what are you looking for other than something that pays the bills? Obviously, what are you looking for that interests you? That you like? What roles do you like to take? What are fun roles for you?
I like the action roles. Anything that's gonna put that out there. Now I've taken roles that give you a range of emotions as well. I'll do a little bit of comedy. I'll do a little bit of drama. But action is where my heart is. I like doing action movies, and I would love to. Matter of fact, my first film, which was an indie film, was a Batman fan film. It's called Bruce.
That's perfect.
You'll
for
see
you.
it. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool. When I played Alfred, I didn't get to play Batman, but I did get to play in the film. And even though I had a short scene, I'm portrayed throughout the entire film because I'm a flashback in this guy's memory constantly. So that was cool.
There you go.
Sometimes you're better off with that.
I'm fine with
You
it.
have to remember no line.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, that's awesome. Have you worked with a lot of major people? Like I know there's a guy named Michael Pare, and people might know him from the days of Eddie and the Cruisers. Those are my two favorite films that he ever did. He's done a lot of other stuff too, but mostly known for Eddie and the Cruisers. You ever work with that guy at all? Because he's always doing independent stuff all the time.
No, I have had in contact with what is his name? Corey Feldman.
Oh,
He reached out to me at one point because he's involved in an indie film, and the way he was doing it, he was kind of like helping with the funding, and he was willing to throw me in there if I pitched in towards the funding, which does happen. That's kind of how some of these indie films take place, but
Right.
I wasn't prepared for that. But it was good talking to him,
Oh, that's cool though. I'm sure that guy's full of stories and stuff. That guy's had an up and down life, but I tell you what, he's a well-known name regardless of what he does. Everything he does touches the gold.
Just like Pauly Shore. It's just like Pauly Shore. They're not real popular guys, but they're old school guys that you loved growing up.
They're a key name in the industry anyway. We'll just say that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think Corey, he's a great actor, and I think that his rock and roll career is taking precedent over everything he's doing right now. So I think if he does show up in a film, it'll be like a cameo more or less. But
the one thing about him is he just doesn't seem to age at all. He just doesn't. The guy.
Oh my God, this guy is like a true vampire, man. This guy still looks young, man. I don't know what kind of blood he's drinking, but pass it over, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Crazy. I mean, of course, when he was a kid, he barely aged either as a kid, but as an adult, he's just unbelievable. He must have that Rob Lowe / John Stamos feature or something. I don't know.
Right.
I used to like
And with CGI, he'll never age. He'll never die. He'll never age. So
the
yeah,
other Corey passed away, right?
A long time ago. Time ago.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, long time ago. What was I gonna say now? So the movie on Paramount Plus or the show, what's that called? Just in case if we want to check that out sometime when it comes out.
It's called The Lioness. It's a TV series.
Yeah.
I don't have a big role in it, but I am in it.
Yeah,
That's all
And
kinds.
yeah, that doesn't matter.
it's got a lot of good name actors in there. You'll see it when it comes out, you know.
Okay,
The beard's a big giveaway when you see it. I know that guy.
okay. Well, I think
I'm
our
an
audience
episode-
would like to know because it's like, we're, this is our first major, as for our show today anyway, since we started doing this show 5 weeks ago, this is our 5th episode now. You're our first actor really to be in the shows, so it's kind of a good way
Yeah,
to
it's
start.
Hey, Hall of Fame. Can you have to roll out the red carpet for me next time?
Yeah, we'll give you some Cubans too. Yeah, some Cuban cigars.
There you go.
Hey, John, I know one thing.
Yeah.
Before we're done with this interview, you gotta do the Batman thing. You have to. Did you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, the Batman thing. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Batman is coming to the stage.
That's funny.
He changes his voice, everything changes. Batman.
Are we expecting Christian Bale like, or what are we talking about?
Well, you'll see. Just he changes. He's a whole different guy now. This is a different guy. This ain't John Lutz anymore. This is Batman Lutz. That's what he goes by.
Bat Lutz.
This is Batman Lutz coming on stage. Oh, look, there he comes.
What's going on?
Batman, what's up, brother?
What's up?
That's the Batman Lutz right there. That's the one and only Batman Lutz.
Yeah, your back game looks the same though. It doesn't look any different though.
We got the same shirt. Bought it from me.
Oh. Oh, you rip it, and you just like tear it off and put it on you and say, "This is mine now."
I think John Lutz is like the Bruce Wayne, right?
Yeah, that would be the proper Batman. Yeah, yeah.
He's not as cool as I am, though.
Oh no, absolutely not.
He's definitely not as
Absolutely
cool.
You have to understand that.
He copied off me with the beard.
Yeah, he had that Scott
Frankie.
Steiner like beard kind of going.
He's got pages for all his stuff. He got pages for Batman Lutz.
Okay.
He's got different pages.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So
You had to
what,
do Batman Lutz. I don't give a shit.
so what the heck is Batman doing? Like currently these days? I mean, wait for your next big role, or what's your next big crime to stop, or what?
Fight crime. You know how it is. You're sitting home, chilling, watching Netflix. Next thing you know, Commissioner Gordon gets a wild air up his ass and shines a flashlight at this guy. Got this bat. I gotta go kick some ass or something. Never a dull moment, you know.
I guess so.
Oh my God.
Hey, let's hope you don't live by a lot of buildings or so you can see the big flashlight when it comes out.
That's right. You would think these days he would just send me a text or something, but no,
Sure.
he's got a shot in the sky, so everybody has to see me.
Absolutely.
Good Lord. Really?
Yeah,
This is
that
the Millennium area.
harder for you
He's
being
got a
incognito.
send me a text.
So what do you, hey, Batman, what do you think of that John Lutz dude you hang with?
Cool guy.
Hear me?
Cool guy.
Batman.
You know, if it was any better, he'd be my Robin, but he's too cool to be a Robin, so I'll let him do his thing.
I could be your Robin, dude.
I'll let him wash my Batmobile. I'll let him wash my Bat bike once in a while. He can wash my Bat bike, rev it up.
Sam, more for you, I would say you. I don't know if you could be the Robin. I think you'd be more like the Penguin. You can have a Danny DeVito Penguin shape.
I gotta come up with a character now so we can have a face off. He took the cool one,
Just
man.
don't do the Joker. It's been done. It's done. No more Joker.
Sure.
No more Jokers, I know.
How many more
I don't wanna
varieties
kill
can they
myself.
do? It seems like so many.
Yeah. I don't want to kill myself.
They need to do like more like the Riddler or something like that, because I always like the Riddler and Mr. Freeze and You know, those guys are always fun.
I thought the Penguin
Right.
was a good dude.
That guy can never get to the point. The Riddler's always got to have a joke. He's always got to, he can't just get right to the point. Hey, look, the car's over there. No, he's got to come up with a joke. Oh, well, you know, if I had 4 wheels and an engine and I was parked on a corner somewhere, come on, it's a car, right?
Yeah, it was.
Just
In
get to the
the,
point, Riddler.
in the last movie, did he try to like blow up the city or something like that, or flood the city or whatever or something? In the Batman movie that you were in, you know, the last one. You remember that? You know, they're trying to flood the city.
There's a
or
reason he's not in a remake. He's good.
I got a question for Batman. What brought you into
What you
doing
got?
this Batman character? How that began?
Good question. Actually, I got to give props up to the Bat Dad. You ever seen the Bat Dad?
Yeah, I love that guy.
Oh yes, I
The
have.
guy's awesome. I think his real name's Scott, and you can give props up and all that stuff. But he's the reason I got into it.
No
I got
kidding.
the mask because I seen him do it, and I got it for the kids. And me and the kids, we do it all the time too. Look, I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I seen the kids with their masks. That's awesome.
So we all do it. So we all get along and we all do this thing. So the Bat Dad started it and snowballed into me doing these little videos. And before you know it, I'm making movies and stuff. No porn yet, not that you know of. But
well,
I
that's just
know
kind
a
of
lot
random to
about
bring up.
I know a lot about
Yeah.
the porn business.
Give those mustache rides or beard rides or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
I tell. Got that Scott Steiner beard going on this time around. You know that guy at all? Scott Steiner? Big Booty Daddy?
They copied off of me. They copied off me.
His
What does
brothers.
Batman?
Go
What
ahead.
does Batman want to like put out some kind of positive vibe to people? What would Batman put out there if you have something available?
Well, I really haven't thought much on it, but the positive vibes from John Lutz, that guy, he kicks ass. But basically, just be kind to people. Just be kind to everybody. Don't be a joker. Don't be a Riddler. Don't be a Penguin. When you help out, do it from your heart. Don't do it for thank yous. Don't do it for fame. Don't do it for fortune. Come straight from your heart. Give freely and help others, especially when needed. And
I love it.
especially those that have the PSTD, whatever it's called. Forgive me for screwing that up.
We get you.
Sometimes all they need is to hear. They want to speak. Just listen to them. Open your heart up. Spend some time with them. They need you.
Right.
They've done everything. They sacrificed their lives for us. They sacrificed not being home with their families for us. They give us our freedom. And some of them can't control it up here. And sometimes they just need somebody to listen to them. And
Right.
it's not just strictly for the military. It's just anybody that's trying to reach out. No matter how stupid it may sound, it might not be stupid to them.
You can
So
save
be
one life.
kind.
Amen. Very
Yeah.
good.
Amen.
Absolutely. Well, we
Thomas guy.
appreciate you there, Batman. And I tell you what, you know, it's nice to see a living legend come on our show. You know.
You got it.
Appreciate it, bro. You want to bring John Lutz back on, or you just gonna
Oh,
stay
yeah.
Batman?
Commissioner Gordon, he's already flashing a light up in the sky. All right. I got it. I'll bring him back.
Okay. Ah,
Gas
well.
up the Batmobile before you come back, too.
Oh, you were away for a while. You probably had to use the toilet, I'm guessing, or something.
Oh, I gave him his time. You know, he needed some time to talk to, you know. I
was
can't
great,
hog up
Dave.
all the camera screen time here, you know.
Yeah. You ought to do more positive vibes with the Batman ought to start doing more positive vibes, because it's more like you're good at it, but people want to or like see that character. You know what I'm saying? And they love
That's-
that character because that
that's
was
the
a
point.
perfect. That was a perfect vibe from Batman. The perfect vibe. Yeah,
There
that
you
was
go.
good.
Save
Absolutely.
it and post it.
Oh,
no,
we
this will be
will.
going on. This will be
It'll
going
be
on
on
everywhere.
YouTube. Oh yeah, and
Oh,
Facebook
cool.
and everything. So
Cool.
we're
All
streaming
right.
live as we speak. So just so you're aware, to your millions of fans out there,
Yeah. We don't
Oh,
get
that's
much
great.
on the.
Yeah, follow me on
we don't get-
Instagram.
We don't get much watchers during the live because it's a Sunday night. People are out doing shit, but us reposting
Right.
it, we get hits on that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like
We are
everything else.
gonna be changing
Cool.
the date here in a couple of weeks just because of other things that are happening. But we figured Sundays were the best way to start it anyway, just to see what happens, and if anything had to change, then we'll roll along with the changes, or roll along with the punches, or whatever. Roll with the changes. I guess that's the song from REO Speedway.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're welcome anytime on the show, John.
Yeah.
Oh, REO Speedwagon.
REO Speedway. That's right. That's right. I went and saw them in March in Bemidji. I live in northern Minnesota, so I don't know if Sam told you where I live, but yeah, so we're like in the middle, real close to Canada and stuff.
They're in the
over
middle of
here.
nowhere.
Yeah.
That's where half my family's from.
Oh, perfect.
Another thing is, John, you fucked up my life about midgets. Now I can't look at a midget
Yeah.
the right way anymore. Being fat and trying to do doggy style, and my stomach keep bumping them, and their heads banging off the wall. It
It's
ain't
like-
gonna happen.
It's like you're having sex with yourself, almost like, yeah, I tell you, sure. I get you. Well, we
That
appreciate
gives
you,
you a
John.
nice mental, it's like, oh yeah.
Let everybody know how to get a hold of you, because I
I
mean,
appreciate
this
you,
is
man.
this is exciting times to have a independent actor who's trying his best to
Yes, you
make
can
a
find me
name
on the
himself.
IMDb. If you can
IMDb?
find me on the IMDb page, it's for a lot of the actors. You'll find me on there. It's John E. Lutz on there. The one that'll pop up, it'll say Drug Hunter because that's the newest one I'm working on. So you'll know you found the right one from that point. You'll see some video clips of some of my films. You'll find some links to my other sites like Instagram, Facebook, and such. We ain't
connected to
doing
all those.
MySpace anymore, so
Right.
Awesome. The one biker movie that I wish that they would bring back or do a remake of. It's kind of well known if you were a fan of the HBO days back in the day, where they used to have good movies on and stuff like it wasn't on demand or anything like that. It was just like you had the premium cable, so you got a good movie once again. Beyond the Law from 1992. With Charlie Sheen, there's a movie that nobody talks about at all, and I wish they'd either put it on a Blu-ray
Oh, I
disc.
do. I
or,
had it on DVD. I had it on VHS.
Oh, sure, there you go.
I had it on VHS. That's
I
how
first
long
seen
ago
it on
was,
HBO back probably in 2001, 2002, and I fell in love with it. And it's a movie that nobody really talks about. I wish they'd do a remake of that and retell that story.
That was based on a true story. You know that,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, in a Playboy magazine. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
can
movie.
check it out.
One of Charlie Sheen's best. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff,
that was
but
based on a true story.
yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
A
What
couple
are-
other
what-
biker movies you ought to check out
Yeah.
is the one with Brian Bosworth, Stone Cold.
Sure.
Seen that one? And what's the other one? One I liked, but a little corny, was Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah. I like that
Yeah.
one. I like the music,
So-
just like the introduction, especially just so you don't know what you're getting, it's a typical 80s, late
What I
80s,
would like
90s
to
vibe.
do is like a film. You've seen American Graffiti. I would like to do that with bikers. I think that would be awesome.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Oh.
awesome.
Oh, there
You know
you
what
go.
I mean? Hey,
Yeah.
producers out there, I'm your guy. I'm your guy.
I
You
thought
wanna do
the
this
idea.
film, that's
He-
my
I'm
idea.
okay.
Yeah, he thought the idea.
came
This
up with
guy
it just
down here. And if you
So
need a
many producers
producer,
out there
somebody
try to
for
write a film and they don't want to
Yeah.
take credit for it.
if you need a producer for the film or something for like or whatever, let me know. If you ever do redo Beyond the
Right.
Law, I'll participate.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
well, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping
Thanks,
by and
John.
being a part of
I
the show.
appreciate you.
So we appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
man.
I always
Lot
appreciate
of
you,
fun.
brother.
All
Always
right.
appreciate
You too,
you.
brother.
Okay, man.
And we'll keep chatting. I'll talk
Okay.
at you later.
Okay, bro. See ya.
All
We'll
right,
see
peace
you.
out.
Bye.
Bye.
Positive vibes.
That's right. Positive vibes.
See ya.
All right.
What a great guy.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate him, and yeah, he had a lot to say. I just wish his connection was a little bit better. You know, that was the only thing that
Yeah.
kind of sucks. Is I don't know if it's his Wi-Fi or wireless or whatever, but whatever. It worked out.
It
And,
still
and good,
worked out good. Yeah.
good job, John. Another great guest. Well, I mean, I know last week was my guest technically, but you know, two guests in a row, huh?
Yeah. Possibly one next week too.
Well,
I'm
hopefully.
working on a couple of people. I throw a bunch out there to see if one sticks, you know what I mean? But I do better closer to the show, find somebody. Because
Well,
what happens
yeah.
is if you book someone like tonight or next week, something changes during the week or they forget or they don't want, you're better off doing it like a Saturday and Sunday and get somebody on our show and then we'll push it that day.
Well, what my thing is, because like I was mentioning to the audience, some breaking news here for everybody out here. Starting Monday, October 2nd, we're going to be officially going live on Monday for the podcast.
Right.
The podcast will no longer be on Sundays due to the fact that, you know, one of us just needs to be at work more often.
Yeah, well,
I'm not going to explain why, but
WaterBoy wanted to know if we could do like around, what did he say, 7 o'clock?
like 7 o'clock his time, 6 o'clock my time.
Well, because what happens, he works all day.
Uh-huh.
And he wants to be part of the show if he can figure this shit out. He did it last week.
Sure.
But we're gonna have to do like a little, maybe a practice during the week just to get Tony and Mad Dog and WaterBoy on, you know?
Yeah. Oh, looks like Waterboy is making his trying to get in here already. Well, let him
Is he
in.
trying to get in?
He's trying to. I think he waited to be the last guest on purpose.
Well, that's fine. At least he'll do it, right? Then we'll just say hi and fucking hang up on him.
No, we can't hang up on him. He's after all this trouble. Yeah,
I love him.
no, I love him too. This is great. This is wonderful.
I mean, he's a go-getter. He ain't stopping, is he?
No, and that's what we like. We like people that are efficient. You know. Well, welcome back, Waterboy. How are you doing? How are
Get
you?
the fuck out of here.
Finally got through.
Yeah,
What
it's
did
like,
you do? What did you do, WaterBoy?
I switched, I think, to Microsoft.
well, that's always good.
Oh, really?
I think I changed all my computer settings and everything. I think I'm a whole new thing now.
So you'll be okay like next Sunday.
I hope so.
Yeah, because my brother can't get in still. We just had a guy we just interviewed, John Lutz. Remember John Lutz, the
Yeah.
comedian?
Yep.
Yeah, he was just on for like 40 minutes or so. That was an awesome interview. I wish you were here, man. You could ask some questions.
Okay. I tried. I've been playing with
I
this
know.
thing the whole time.
One thing I say about you, WaterBoy, you're a go-getter. You don't stop.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Never quit, man. So how was your Vegas trip? How was that for you?
Vegas is awesome. Still there.
Yeah.
Every day something new comes in. Like, you know, like Ray Romano was there and Jerry Seinfeld was there and Eddie Griffin was there. And then next week, Gabriel Iglesias is going to be there. And, you know, it's
Sure.
just, you know,
Never ends with them guys.
all
Yeah,
the-
Fluffy was just in Walker, Minnesota. That's like only an hour or so away from where I live. He would have shown a couple weeks ago.
yeah, that dude's great, man. And then all the music, all the best musicians are coming in. So any kind of music you like, man. If you like, I mean, freaking, I think we saw Alice in Chains is like coming next week. I mean, even shit you wouldn't even imagine. Groups getting back together again. And if they only play one concert, they're going to play Vegas.
Sure.
Right.
So did you actually go to some shows then, or this
Yeah, I
is just
did.
what you saw pass by?
No, we did a bunch. Yeah, we did a bunch of stuff, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he does all kind of shit.
Because
So,
Ray Romano,
Rude.
man, that would be fun. I love Ray Romano. I love everybody loves Raymond. That's an underrated show.
Well, Brad Garrett opened for him, so it's even
Oh.
better.
Oh, there you go.
You got a 2-for-1 on that.
He's
And he's filthy. That's the funny thing.
probably
This
just as
isn't fucking Robert anymore.
yeah.
Brad Garrett.
That guy has been all over the Hollywood fame too when it comes to acting and all the people that he's played as a character actor and stuff. A lot of people don't realize that he did like the voice of Hulk Hogan in the Hulk Hogan Rock and Wrestling back in the day, the
Oh,
cartoon.
really?
Wow.
Yeah, that was Brad Garrett back in the day.
Hey, Waterboy, you have any kind of news for us today, or you hear anything you might want to share with us? I don't know.
Football Sunday, man. Well, you know, USF, Tampa's team, played University of Alabama in football last night.
Oh, yeah?
And they almost won.
Almost one.
You know, they gave a hell of a game. I think we were like 30-point underdogs. And
Oh, really?
the game went down to the last minute. It was a hell of a game. So everybody's stoked about, USF being a lot better. We got a new coach, new quarterback. Last year we were god awful. I think we won 2 games.
Now,
And,
if you, I don't know if you remember, but I'm not into sports all that much.
Well,
I
you
know,
answered my question though,
But a lot of our listeners are, you got the Deion Sanders
Right.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
And Deion Sanders, that's a great story, whether you're into sports or not, because he kind of goes to the other coach's team and is saying something stupid, and then when he binds them on, then he pummels the guy, and then the character attacks him to get his team pumped up, and it's quite a show.
That's cool.
Oh, absolutely, it is. Oh, and our Vikings absolutely suck. I don't know what your personal take is on the Vikings, but they
They
can't win.
lost Thursday night.
Yeah, if you count preseason, they're 0-5. But if you don't, then they're 0-2.
I
Such
heard
winners
I
they
heard
are.
the Steelers really suck.
Steelers are struggling.
Oh,
But
I just say-
I do know one thing, but Ben Roethlisberger was the man.
of
He was
course.
the man.
You have your legends, but I mean, it's like here's the thing about that. It's like I think these guys, I realize that somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. I get that, but if you're going to play a game and be paid way too much money, they should be fine if they lose. The people that do lose, I'm sorry. I mean, it's like it's hard for me to feel bad for somebody unless they tried all they could to win. But if they didn't try that hard, like how the Vikings play a lot of times, people always say they play like shit all the time. Well. And I'm not a football guy either. I'm not a sports guy. I'm pro wrestling all the way, for entertainment. But
wrestling, yeah.
yeah, but I appreciate football. I'm starting to appreciate it more as I get older. So, there
I
you
like
go.
porn. I'm sorry.
Porn. Watch porn then, I guess. I eat porn
Yeah,
all the time.
Ron Jeremy's not doing too good, Joe. I know that much. He looks like shit.
He's always looked like shit though. I don't know.
Yeah. Even in his prime, he looked like crap.
I never understood that about Ron Jeremy. Is all the girls that he had banged in his life, and he has to go to an underage girl to have sex. That's just not right.
Well, you remember
You
Bill
know?
was saying that he never paid anybody or bought dinner for anybody. He always uses everybody else's like, oh, can you buy me dinner or can you?
Meanwhile, he was
like,
the richest
somebody
porn
else's?
star alive. He was the richest porn star alive.
I don't really have too many words about him. It's just he's somebody who just let fame get to his head. Both heads. I
can imagine what he's doing to Joe right now.
Oh yeah, he's having a good time. He's playing cornhole.
Yeah.
He's playing cornhole. The popular game for kids and families of all ages.
That's funny. Oh shit.
I don't mean to take Waterboy's spot. Go ahead, Waterboy. Tell us some jokes or something. Tell us the news or whatever. What's going on?
You were talking about football and wrestling, but a lot of football players, they get hurt and they end up going into the pro game, playing, doing wrestling.
Sure. Yeah, I think there are.
That's true.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but a lot of wrestlers now are going to acting, and that sucks.
Yeah, that's not.
None of them can really act.
Well, the Rock can for some reason, but he got trained to do it, and he has his team, and it's like that guy is so untouchable. But yet, you hear what he's doing with Oprah?
Yeah,
The Rock is not being so much for the people anymore. It seems like.
right. That's a big subject at work too.
Yeah,
What he did, you know what I mean?
I can't believe that he would actually buy into her bullshit. First of all, I let I've never been to Maui or overseas or anything like that, but it looks like a beautiful island. And if it's all belongs to all the rich people or whatever, then what the fuck is going on? I don't get that. I don't understand.
I don't get it either. Let's burn this house down. Let's burn this house down. Oh, we'll leave this one alone.
Yeah.
Oprah's house. So, you got any jokes for us, Waterboy? Because we were almost ready to leave.
Oh.
Well-
I've got one. I'm trying to do this without sounding racist.
Yeah, I would twist the words around a little bit.
'Cause I'm probably in trouble from last week, so. But,
Oh, no, you're fine.
all right, this lady, she's always fantasized, she's always wanted to be with a black guy. Want to have sex. Since she was a teenager, she wanted some black dick. And she finally succumbed to her weakness. She went to a pop and disco bar, danced, met a bunch of men. She found this black guy she found was really cute, took him home. Not black, maybe he was Puerto Rican, but he was, okay.
He's dark.
So takes him into the bedroom and takes off her dress, lays spread eagled on the bed, and she goes to him, "Go ahead, do what you do best." He looks over the nightstand, the bureau, sees the TV, picks up the TV, puts it under his arm, bolts out the door.
Wow, Bazinga.
Wow. That wasn't racist, though, Jay. That wasn't racist.
No. That
He
was
might
just
have been
funny.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, whatever. You could have made him a Chinese person. For all
All I
we know.
gotta say is Waterboy's back. Fucking tall ass
Yeah.
jokes.
Well, hey, we're all a little rusty sometimes. He just got done being in Vegas, for crying out loud. He probably did a show in Vegas, a live show. You got billions of people. in
Nah,
Vegas.
Waterboy's my boy. He's my boy.
But yeah,
So-
I mean that's cool that you got to experience Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. We have a property over there. The family does close to Vegas, but it's kind of. I would love to go down there sometime.
What's awesome is the architecture, like the model centers and the houses, the really nice houses. They set them into the mountains, and it's all kinds of creative stuff.
I seen that in Arizona. Yeah. The
Oh,
house is built
beautiful,
into the hillside.
beautiful.
Yep.
And then the pools, and then they're all trajectory, infinity pools,
Like your house in Florida.
yeah.
Did you stay in a nice hotel like the MGM Grand or Planet Hollywood or Circus?
No, we've got a timeshare at the Grandview, so it's part of South Point.
Oh, okay. So you
Now,
got
do
to
you
go to a
rent a-
nice place.
Well, yeah,
You rent
because
a car?
it's got a kitchen and stuff. It's got a living room and a kitchen and an ensuite. It's big.
Well, there you go.
Do you rent a car to get around there or you take a bus?
No, I rent a car.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
He probably doesn't like much people, even though it's Vegas.
Well,
But
it's more spread out than you think. Like, Carrot Top does that joke about, when you're looking down the strip, everything's real close. And then as
Yeah.
you walk, he's singing that song, "I am walking 100,000 miles." Because it is, it's way bigger than it looks.
so how was the weather? Was it pretty hot? Was it
Weather's
cool? Was
awesome,
it,
man. No,
So-
the weather's like 90, but it's not humid.
oh,
Right.
but you're in a
yeah.
desert and it's not
No
humid.
rain.
No rain.
You never have to worry about the rain. I mean, you're always gonna get a nice day. And most of the
Yeah,
cool stuff is at night anyway.
I visited my buddy in Arizona one time, and I went to work with. He used to clean swimming pools. I mean, he had a big business, a lot of swimming pools,
Mhm.
and he brought a water with ice in it for us. And I said, "Dude, it's gonna be melted by the time we get home. As long as you keep it in the shade, the ice did not melt all day."
Oh.
Which
That's amazing.
which friend was this now? Because there's somebody that lives close to the property that we have in Dolan Springs that used to clean pools and stuff that lives close
His
by.
name's Eddie Conley.
Which one?
His name's Eddie Conley.
Eddie Conley. Okay, because this guy's
Yeah.
name is I think Dalton. I believe
Oh,
his name is Dalton.
yeah.
But he
This
used to
guy
swim
thinks-
and clean pools in Vegas too and stuff and all that
That's a
stuff.
that's a big thing out that way. He sold half his business and made a lot of money on it and still had half his business to run
Ah,
because he had so many accounts. He lived in Pittsburgh. He moved from Pittsburgh out to there and he grew big out there. Beautiful
Interesting.
home.
interesting.
Yep.
That's-
That's a big job out there. Not
oh,
building
I'm
them,
sure.
just cleaning them. So
Imagine how many pools there are in just that area,
yeah, really. Everybody got it.
Rich, poor, it doesn't matter. We got a pool.
Even down Florida, more or less everybody got a pool.
Uh,
That's why Waterboy's busy. No.
that's,
Water softeners, I'm sorry.
yeah. The water is so soft over there.
I used to pay $100 a month for someone to just a company come in and check my pool every week and clean it a little bit and
Yeah, you
$100 a
have to.
month. But
Yeah, that's what we pay.
Yep.
You have to, man.
So you got
yeah,
a
I
pool,
could.
you got a pool at your place over here, there's Sam too then, or just in
My
Florida?
wife wants to put one a building pool in it.
Yeah,
We're talking about it.
I definitely go with it more of an indoor pool, that way if the weather's cold or whatever, cause they use it 24/7.
Here's the problem. You'd be done with it already now. The pool season's probably over because it's cool.
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
You
but
shut the
what
air off.
you
We got the windows open.
could get like a retractable roof or something like that, so that when it does get cold, then you can use it 24, all year
yeah.
round.
You're talking
know?
about $100,000.
Well, what's that to you, Sam? You're a rich guy.
I'm not rich. That's Waterboy. I'm a poor guy.
Oh, poor guy. I'm just roasting you. That's all. It's all good.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see our episode last week where Sam had the chance to interview my old friend Bobby, little Bobby, You watch that
Did you watch
episode?
that Waterboy?
Mm, I didn't.
So no.
I mean, I didn't download it. I didn't watch it.
Oh, you don't have to download it. I put it on YouTube. I suppose, well, you've been busy too, so whatever. But I was posting it and share it with everybody's pages and stuff. So, but he did a great job. I mean, he didn't know my friend from at all, and then it seemed like after the interview was done, they like became good friends. So it's like it was good. It was good.
Yeah, but I can't go to out where there are. I can't do that trip.
Why not?
There's no way.
Why not? We could do that'd be great for us. Then we could do like a
I
live
know
on
it would be,
location.
but
And,
even my wife said, dude, I can't drive to Pittsburgh. It's a 2-hour drive. I don't fly.
ooh, why you have to fly? Just drive.
I can't
Just
drive
drive.
anymore. My
See?
legs and my ankles and my
Have somebody
everything hurts.
have somebody drive you. Have a private.
That's the only way it would happen. That's the only way it
Oh.
would happen.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
John Lutz just texted me. He had
Okay.
a great time. He said he really
Oh, that's
loved it on
awesome. That's awesome. No, he seemed like a pretty
I
cool
wish
guy.
Waterboy would have been there for it.
We're gonna try to get some more people too. I mean, I got still waiting for Corey Stevens, our other blues friend, and then I'm gonna try to find us a great guest close to my birthday here. Because starting on October 2nd on Monday, because of this thing that I have to be a part of now, I'm not available to work, or I'm not available to be here on Sundays. John still is, but I'm not. So we're gonna do Mondays after this next Sunday, just so you're aware, because my
October
birthday's coming
2nd.
up. Yeah,
Yeah, hey, Waterboy.
we're trying to figure out a better time too, maybe an earlier time rather than so late and everything for you guys.
Hey, Waterboy.
Right.
You said 7 o'clock, right, Waterboy?
On Mondays.
On
Yeah.
Mondays, okay. That's fine. I
Okay.
mean, that's 6 o'clock my time. That's
Yeah.
no problem. It's only an
So-
hour earlier. It's not a big deal.
You have
But
to write that
yeah,
down.
we're gonna try to do, I don't know what we're gonna plan yet, but I'd like to do something in honor of my 40th birthday weekend anyway. I mean, I don't really have a whole
What's
lot,
your birthday, Sean?
birthday is on Saturday, or a week from
Oh,
Saturday.
that's ruined. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after. And I'll be
Okay.
40. I just figure, well, we should do something fun. I just don't know what. I have lots of ideas, that I would love to do. What can we do?
We got 2 weeks to do it.
I'll figure something out. I'll let you know. We try to talk back and forth anyway during the week and kind of let each other know what's going on. It's good to have good communication, We
Yep.
learned that. So anyway, you got anything else for us, or Waterboard, before we say goodbye for tonight?
Waterboy?
He's like a statue.
I wish I missed the show. Well, I missed most of the shows. Like, can't really,
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like any more Vegas information or anything? Like, did you go to that cafe that I told you to go to, that 80s cafe?
No, I didn't get back that way.
You should have went there. That's by the university.
Yeah, like I said, we didn't get near UNLV.
Oh, okay.
We
I
went-
always
everything-
want somebody to go that I know, but nobody ever goes when I tell them to go there.
Well, everything we did was south, like down in Henderson. You know?
Oh, okay. I didn't know, because my whole envision of Vegas, from what I've seen so far, I've just seen little bits and pieces. I haven't seen the whole.
Even my
everything.
timeshare is like 6 miles south of the airport. So we're starting
Oh.
off south to begin with. And then a lot of the stuff is over in Henderson. Unless you go to the strip, all the cool stuff is over in Henderson.
So you were with a group of people then, kind of,
Well,
or what?
My wife and daughter.
Okay.
So yeah, I got
How's your
outvoted on
daughter?
most of the food stuff.
Sure.
How's your daughter doing, Waterboy?
Doing awesome, man.
That's cool. I miss her.
Yeah. I took her,
Okay.
we all went to Gillies one night. We went dancing and stuff. Well,
Did
they
she
have a
help
killer,
you?
they have a killer
I-
house band.
Did she help you?
One of the best house bands in the country.
Did she help you
Oh,
with the
wow.
show too back in the day, or was she too young for that?
She's 35.
Well, I mean, 20 years ago, she would have been 15, so you know.
How old are you, Waterboy?
60.
That's right. Okay. I'm 65.
Yeah, I'm again almost 40, so I'll be in the AARP.
You're just a
club pretty
baby, dude.
soon. We get the AARP cards pretty soon. Wanted to know what my RV is going to be so we can travel around America.
Yeah.
Me and those commercials, those old people commercials. I would love to see Sam here do like a Viagra commercial. That'd be funny.
Can you get a boner? No.
Him trying to figure out, oh, I like all these good yummy pills. And which one do I take today?
You have a hard on that lasts more than 4 hours. Just look at Clinton's. Hillary Clinton, her daughter, and you'll fucking get a soft dick.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not good at that.
No, well, you have to have a script, of course. You have to have somebody produce it for you, come up with an
Right,
idea.
right.
Yeah. But just imagine the scenario: you're sleeping, and all of a sudden the wife is like, "Honey, I want some." Like, you like want some what? It's like, oh,
Oh,
you
wait,
know.
honey.
Yeah. Real special effects and everything. What the hell? Anyway, so
Okay.
I think that's good for tonight. I think we've scared
Yeah, I
enough
think
people
it is.
away. I think.
We could bring in Gino Reno. See how
Yeah.
good that stuff actually is.
Yeah, deepers.
Yeah.
Go for the
really.
test. It got me so hard, I even got it up for Janet Reno.
You coming up next week, dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Next Sunday.
This will be great, and then we'll try to get everybody on early so that we're ready to go at 7:00 my time anyway, 8:00 your time for
Yeah.
next week. That way
Okay.
everybody's here. All right, well, that wraps up another great edition of Renegade Radio. I keep saying Rapid Fire Radio, but it's
Love
not
you,
Rapid
Waterboy.
Fire. Renegade Radio with Frankie
Love you guys.
SLAWSON, Screamin' Sam, and Waterboy, and we'll see you next time.
All right.
Adios.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Peace out.
Take care. Bye.
See you.